वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल इंजीनियरिंग फिजिक्स बाय डॉक्टर दीपक। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे होलोग्राफी के बारे में और होलोग्राम। कंटेंट जो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे, पहले हम डिस्कस करेंगे डिफरेंस बिटवीन होलोग्राफी एंड फोटोग्राफी। पहले हमें डिफरेंस का पता होना चाहिए कि होलोग्राफी क्या है एंड फोटोग्राफी क्या है। उसके बाद हम होलोग्राम, व्हाट इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होलोग्राफी, steps involved in the holography. One is the recording of hologram. Second is reconstruction of hologram. Then applications of hologram. Difference between holography and photography. Holography gives three-dimensional image of the object. In photography, we get the two-dimensional image of the object. Principle in holography: interference in the recording of hologram and diffraction in reconstruction of hologram. And the principle involved in photography: reflection of light by the object on the photographic film. Source of light used in holography: laser source, or we can say that monochromatic and coherent source of light. So these are the properties of laser. In photography, ordinary light, no special type of light is required. No lens is required in hologram, but in photography, we focus the object and we get the photograph. So we required a lens in photography. Hologram has high information capacity. Hologram में हम जो कैप्चर करते हैं इमेज, उसकी hologram की information capacity जो है as compared to the photography high है. In case of photography, low information capacity. Multiple images superimposed together in the hologram, but in photography, multiple images cannot be superimposed together. In holography, it's a very important. We capture the intensity and phase of light. These are recorded. But in the photography, only the intensity of light waves are recorded. In the holography, no negative is required. The hologram is negative and the image it gives it's positive. But in the case of photography, early in the year of 1960, 70 or 80, we require a negative to produce the photograph. So negative is prepared first in the photography. अगर hologram को break कर दें in the different parts, so each part is capable of reconstructing the entire object. But in the case of photography, if the destruction of a very small portion of a negative or photography, result is an irreparable loss information. So holography. Concept of holography given by Dennis Gabor in the year of 1948, who proposed to use this technique to improve the resolution in electron microscopy, and Dennis Gabor awarded with the Nobel Prize in year of 1971. So holography from the Greek word holo mean whole, graphy mean writing. So whole writing, or we can say that complete message, or we can say that complete information of the object. So here hologram is the science of producing hologram. It is an advanced form of photography that allow an image to be recorded in 3 dimensions. So holography producing a 3-dimensional image of an object by light wave pattern recorded on the photographic plate. So for the recording of hologram, interference pattern formed between 2 beams of coherent light coming from the same source. So 2 steps involved in the hologram. One is a recording of hologram and another is a reconstruction of hologram. So recording of hologram we can understand with the help of diagram, laser light or monochromatic or coherent source. One is the beam splitter at a 45-degree angle. What is the function of beam splitter? ये divide करेगा laser light को 2 parts में. One is called the reference beam, fall on the mirror, and after reflecting, meet on the photographic plate. That beam is called the reference beam. And the second beam, that is called the object beam, fall on the mirror. After the reflection, fall on the object, it illuminates the object. And the light ray reflecting from the object fall on the photographic plate, and two waves meet on the photographic plate. Constructive interference takes place. So principle of recording of hologram is the interference. So image or pattern observed on the photographic plate are the interference pattern, that is called the constructive interference pattern. So this is a recording of hologram. Second process, we have a reconstruction of hologram. A reconstruction, what is the reconstruction? The reproduction of the image from the hologram is known as a reconstruction of the hologram. So what we require, this is a piece of hologram. It works just like a grating element. And for the reconstruction, we require the reference beam. Reference beam of light fall on the hologram. One of the ray of light go undeviated. That is called the zero order of diffraction pattern. And some of the ray of light diverges, that form a virtual image. And some of the ray of light converging, that forms the real image of the object. So as we know that the virtual and real image lie on the same axis. So this piece of hologram works as a grating element. So principle of reconstruction of hologram is diffraction. हमने difference between holography and photography में discuss किया. Its principle is interference, that is for the recording of hologram, and the reconstruction of hologram, the principle is diffraction. Now, what are the applications of holography? One is the holographic interferometer. अगर कोई object है, एक solid object है, उसमें deformation while applying the pressure or stress, that is deformation is very, very small. So how we can get the exact data? First, we prepare the hologram without the deformation. And the second, we apply a force or the stress on the body, and we capture again the hologram. So two object wave to emerge from the hologram. One wave correspond to the unstressed object, and the other wave correspond to the stressed object. That is called the holographic interferometry. In the cinematography, this is the one of the popular technique used in the formation of 3D image in cinematography and television. Third application is holographic microscopy. Microscopic particles or specimen is in the continuous motion in the fluid. When ordinary microscope is used to study the size or other property of a specimen or particle in motion, then it is become very difficult to locate because it goes out of the focus in the microscope. However, a particle or a specimen in motion can be freezed in a hologram. If a holographic record of the entire volume containing these particles or specimen is made, हमने उस फ्लूइड का जिस पार्टिकल को हमने स्टडी करना है उसका hologram कैप्चर कर लेना है. Hologram gives a 3D image of the object. So entire volume that consider the specimen that we can record, and we can study the three-dimensional image easily at any time to determine the properties of a particle or specimen. Fourth proper application is data storage. The ability to store data and information in a medium is of great importance. So holography to store data or information at high density inside a crystal or photopolymer. What is the main advantages? Data stored is that the volume of the recording medium is used, but instead of the surface as used in another conventional recording medium. So hence large data can be stored in a hologram. Fifth application, holography is used in the security. These holograms cannot forget easily as they are replicated from master hologram that needs expensive and technological advanced equipment. So they are used in currencies of many countries, in credit and bank card, in passports, in ID cards, and in books. So these are the applications of holography. So thanks for watching. अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो so please like, share and subscribe जरूर करना चैनल को. Thank you so much.